Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Devil May Cry Dante Must Die difficulty video walkthrough. This is mission 3 and this is the Destroyer of Ardor. And oh my goodness does this mission bring back some fucking memories. This is the start of my Devil May Cry career. I can remember back when the game came out, I think it was early 2000s maybe a little bit later. 2001 I'm thinking, that's the date I've got in my brain. And a buddy of mine had a PS2 and he had this game, and I went to his house and we played it, and he got stuck on the third level. I was like, you got stuck on the third level? What's wrong with it? And he says, oh, there's this boss and it's really hard, it just keeps killing me. And I goes, okay. And I played through the start of the game, absolutely loved it, got to Phantom, who we're going to fight in a moment, and he kicked my ass. And I couldn't beat him. I just couldn't beat him. He killed me for like an hour straight, and back then that was a long time. And I was like, fuck me, this game is hard, but it's cool. And I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong. And it turns out what I was doing wrong was, back in those days when I was young and not very good at games, my strategy for beating bosses on every game previous was stand and bash the attack button, hold my breath, sit up straight and hope the thing died before I did. And it doesn't work on this game. And that's why I was doing it wrong. And my strategy for Phantom is a messy version of the good strategy, which is the critical hit. Because the best way to injure him is to do a double jump and then come down with your sword, but you need to hit him on the line of his tail, so that you hit his tail and you hit a bit of his abdomen. If you hit both of them, you'll do massive damage because you're hitting two hitboxes at once. The only problem is, the experts make it look easy, and this was my first attempt at trying to hit his critical point, and as you'll notice, I miss all the time. So this is just crappy, really crappy. But it does work, so spamming the jump and coming down with your sword is a technique that anybody can do, and the pros can do really well. And I can honestly say that I've been playing this game a little bit more after I recorded this, and I have got the technique down a little bit better. I can't do it as quick as the people in the awesome videos do, but I can do it much better than this recording. One thing to note as well, whenever I go into air raid, which is when I get wings and I fly around, that is never intentional. I hate that fucking move. I usually don't buy it because I do it by accident because I'm bashing the buttons out of panic and excitement. But I never mean to do that, it's nonsense. And if anybody's wondering about iframes, there are iframes in your jump, but there are nowhere near the same amount as there were in the third game. There's a much less open window there, so what you want to be doing is, as soon as the attack hits you, that's when you need to be jumping. You've got a couple of milliseconds of timing there that are going to keep you safe, but if you fuck it up you're going to take damage, and on this game you take a lot of damage, so you want to be real careful. That move there where Phantom charges that big fireball, you can stinger it back into his mouth, you can deflect it, there's a lot of things you can do to make this easier. The biggest problem with this fight is the room. The camera's really bad. Those crazy moving pillars that are really weird, they don't make it easier because they'll go translucent when you go close to them, so sometimes you can't tell that there's something in your way, and there's a lot of things that make this level tougher than it should be, but that is not an easy boss, guys. But thanks for watching, I hope it's helping, and you take care.